Nazius616 here with another video today, and today we have the beautiful Sorin mat. So today we're going to build a mono deck. Today we're going to build a mono black deck, and these are all cards that I got from War of the Spark, so I've kind of had these situated out. Now in general Magic the Gathering and Modern, everything but Commander, I believe, you're only allowed to have 4 copies of a card. So I went through and kind of made sure on the creatures especially that I don't have more than 4, because the creatures are going to be the hard one. So we're going to start off with running a basic creature build. So you need to have a, what's the word I'm looking for? A theme to your deck. So right now, as you can see, whenever Last Top Reaver enters the battlefield, amass 1. So by amassing, that's kind of the theme of this deck. We want to put as many counters on as many cards as possible. And with this card right here, Visor of the Scorpion, you can see whenever it enters the battlefield, amass 1, put a +1/+1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 black zombie armor creature token first, and then you put the +1/+1 counter on it. So with Visor, Last Top Reaver, which other one of these has amass? Herald of the Dread Horde. These are all cards that you can amass with, so you just continuously add. And some of these are expensive. Herald of the Dread Horde is. Visor of Scorpion's a 3. And then Last Top Reaver is 2. So those are a pretty good spread. And then with Visor of the Scorpion, if you look, zombie tokens you control have Death Touch. So that's why we're kind of focusing a little bit hard on the zombies on this particular deck. We're also going to throw in the Zombie Hippo for some, the Lazotep Behemoth, I've been saying Last Top, for a big heavy hitter later on in the game. Also, we want to have a couple of sneaky ones. So Duskmane Operative can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 greater. So we're going to put 2 of those in the deck, just as a good early can't be blocked. We'll go ahead and do a couple of Shriek Divers that I got from the set as well. As you can see, flying gains haste until end of turn. So if you have 4 mana on the field, this card basically, you lay it down and it can immediately attack. And then we'll go ahead and throw in these Banehounds. They're a little 1/1, but they have lifelink and haste. So the minute they land on the field, they can attack, and any damage they deal, you will gain life from. So that's always good. We're not going to put in Vrask's Finisher. It doesn't really go with our deck theme that much. Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. That's a bit specific for a mono black deck. You just want to be able to destroy them regardless. We are going to go through that, so that should cover our creatures. So we should have about 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We got 17. We'll go ahead and throw in 2 of these Dread Mawkin. They've got menace. They can't be blocked except by two creatures. Sacrifice another creature or planeswalker. That's not really good, but they're a good 1/1, and they can't be blocked by less than 2 creatures. So that helps. So that should put us up to 19, and we'll throw in, let's see what we got here. We got Shriek Divers and Dreadmantle Operatives. We'll throw in 1 of each. That'll put us around 21. We'll recount and go down. So you cannot have any more than 60, or you can't have any less than 60 cards in a Magic deck. And generally speaking, you want to stick to about as close to 60 as you can get, just for ratios and the amount of times. So let's go through our sorceries that I've got chosen. We've got Bleeding Edge. We've got Bond of Revival. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste until your next turn. So that, we might not have too many in there, but it's good to bring creatures back. Aid the Fallen. You can either return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand or target planeswalker, and it's only 2. So that's not too bad to throw in there. Allows us to get back and amass even more if we want to. And this is one of the good ones. Toll of the Invasion. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card. They discard it, and then you amass 1. So we're definitely going to throw some of these in there. So we'll put those 2 in the deck. You got Price of Betrayal. Remove up to 5 counters from target artifact, creature, planeswalker, or opponent. So this doesn't have to be your cards. This can be their cards. Or if you have a card where it says, if you remove any tokens, double it or something like that, that'll go. So we'll throw Price of Betrayal in there too, just in case they're trying to amass as well. Or you can take the loyalty counters off of a planeswalker. So Aid the Fallen, we'll put 2 in there. Bleeding Edge, because it's our amass card, we're definitely going to throw those 2 in there. And then we'll throw 1 Bond of Revival just because you never know. Could be useful. Alright, after that we have our enchantments. So creatures, enchantments, and sorceries can only be played during your 2 main phases. And we'll go through the steps in a later video where I'll break down the role play and the turns in a Magic the Gathering game. I actually have a mat that has them listed out where it's like upkeep, untap, things like that. But this says enchant creature, planeswalker you control. It's 1 swamp, and when it dies or it's put into exile, you return it to the battlefield under your control. So if you want to lay it on your planeswalker that's got a good effect whenever it enters the battlefield, or more of your mass targets, you can have this enchantment on them, kill them off whenever they leave, they come back to the battlefield. Once they enter the battlefield, you amass again, you can get that zombie creature token up to insane height. So we're going to throw that in there too. And now we're going to go through the instants. Instants are a special type of spell. These can be played during your opponent's turn. They can be played at any time. And we'll go over the stack and everything in later videos. That gets a bit complicated. But we're going to go through these. So we've got Sorin's Thirst, where it deals 2 damage to target creature and you gain 2 life. So that's a quick early kill. We've got Nyxolis' Cruelty. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. If the creature would die this turn, exile it instead. So this is a great way to exile some of their lower cards, or even your own card, and then bring it back. Oh, excuse me. Then we've got Unlikely Aid. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains indestructible until end of turn. This is useful for like whenever you get your zombie creature token up really high, you can play this instant. It gets +2/+0 and it doesn't destroy it through damage or effects that say destroy. So we're definitely going to throw those in there. We will throw 2 of these in there. And we're definitely going to throw in all 3 of Sorin's Thirst just because I like Sorin. Magic the Gathering is a great game where you can actually build a deck because you like it, not necessarily because it does well. And you can still have fun playing it. Plenty of players will have decks like that where it's just kind of a for fun deck. They like slivers, they like zombies, they like vampires. And yes, they'll try and make the deck as good as possible, but they're not going to base everything off of whether or not that deck is going to be great. So let's go ahead and count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. So we're at 42. All right, so we have 42 cards in here. We need to trim that by about 6. So we're going to go through here, and we're going to take out some of our sorceries, I believe. Bond of Revival, where it is good, it's a bit expensive and really only useful later on in game. I like to keep a lot of our lower ones, but if you have too many lower price cards, Price of Betrayal, I like that one a lot. Toll of Invasion, that's our amass. Alright, let's see. So we're going to take out Bond of Revival. I'm going to go over here, we're going to take out one of the Sorin's Thirsts. So we'll go down there. Next, we'll take out one of his. Unlikely Aid. We don't really need that many Unlikely Aids. And we'll take out one of our enchantments that brings back things. So let's see, we had 42. Took out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're down to 37. That's a good number. So we've got 37 cards. The rest of these will be land cards. And I went ahead and kind of pulled out some of the lands that we like. So we have Gateway Plaza, which is add 1 mana of any color, but you can't play it on your first turn. You have to have some way to pay the mana cost. So that'll be a little slow. Whenever you cast a Planeswalker spell, you gain 1 life. I like Interplanar Beacon just because it looks cool. Not gonna lie. We'll go Gateway Plaza. And yes, I picked shinies. I like shiny stuff. Alright, so let's see how many swamps we have total. Alright, I just went and grabbed some more swamps. So we've got a couple of different arts. Let's look at them. Those are amazing. I like this. This is an old school swamp. Basically nice and shiny. From M21. Full art. Shiny from M21 again. And then this is a shiny kind of celestial swamp is what I like to call it. So we're going to go through, whereas these are nice. we're going to take out 2 of the gateway plazas, 2 of the interplanetary beacons, just leave 1 and 1, or 2 and 1. We're going to add the rest of these to it and see how many we have total. We should have, I think it was 22 that we needed. All right, so I had to go through and get a couple extra. We went ahead and took out these here because you can only use the different color to cast Planewalker spells, so we only really need 1 of those. And 1 mana of any color is useful, but this will be more useful in the next deck that we build, which will be a black-white deck based on Sorin, the Vengeful Bloodlord, because as you can see, I love Sorin. He's one of my favorite. So in the end, here's our deck. We have, I think, 22 or 23 lands. And then this is our creature, or our instant count and everything. We have these 5 instances, which normally you'd like more instants, but I didn't really get a lot of good ones in my pools. These 3 enchantment auras. I think we have somewhere along the lines of 10 to 12. Ooh, no, we only have, that is, I can't count, that's 8 sorceries. And then the rest are the creatures that we went through and kept. We've got the Banehounds, the Shriek Divers, lots of low, quick people. A couple of our big ones are Lazotep Behemoth, which would be good with our Herald of the Dreadhorde, which will allow us to amass even more. We've got Vizier of the Scorpion, which allows you to amass 1, plus zombies have Death Touch. A lot of our creatures are zombies, and Death Touch is amazingly useful. So that is the end of our deck. Next episode on this kind of series on how to play will be the turn sequence, and I'll try and get some graphics and things like that. I'm kind of doing all my own editing, but that's a perfectly good starter deck. You're not going to win any tournaments with it. You can also buy a deck builder's toolkit, which I've got a couple of videos. I might link something in the corner here for it if I remember. But this isn't a bad way to start. If you really just want to get in for as cheap as possible, though, I would suggest buying a Planeswalker deck or some sort of starter deck from Core 2021, or I believe Ikoria had a couple of those. They're just Planeswalker decks. You get a Planeswalker to start off with. It's a 60 card deck pre-built. But if you really want to get in, kind of build your own, you can either get the You can either get the Deck Builder's Toolkit, which will give you a good variation of cards, a kind of standardized set of cards to start with, or you can buy a booster box like I did and build what you can out of it. This box was a lot more centered around dual lands and things like that, where you had more than 1 land combination. So we might do something with that at a later date. But all in all, not bad. You can go to your local card shop and get a crap ton of lands for relatively cheap. I like my shiny ones. They're a little more expensive because they are foil, but at the same time I think I paid either 50 cents or $1 per these foil at the time, which that's 20 bucks pretty quick. But there you go. If you guys have any questions, please throw them in the comments down below. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, share with your friends, and hope you guys have a great day.